What's up guys, welcome back, it's KongBoy. Today I'm explaining CyberKongz Play and Collect game. Now before we get started, I'll show you I'm wearing my CyberKongz t-shirt and hopefully it gives me good luck for today's runs. Before I begin explaining the Play and Collect game, let's take a look at some of the CyberKongz within the collection. You can see here that there's technically 4 collections: the Genesis, the Baby, the VX on Polygon, and the Play and Collect collection. Each tier of Kongs within the CyberKongz ecosystem has some kind of utility as it relates to Play and Collect. There's 1,000 of the Genesis Kongs and they yield 10 banana tokens per day. The CyberKong babies yield shards which are made into charms on Polygon so that the VX can have better runs. And then of course the VX Kongs, which are the ones going on the runs and collecting loot from the game. Here you can see all the items from Play and Collect that can be listed. They include charms, shields, weapons, and other items that can be redeemed, and I'll explain more on them later. On the CyberKongz website, you can hover over Play and Collect and then click Jungle, or you can scroll down and then you'll see the Play and Collect option and you can enter the portal. Here, you'll be able to do all the features that are included in the game. To get started, you'll have to bridge your VX from Ethereum over to Polygon to begin playing, and you'll start out by locking the VX in a crew to begin yielding fuel rods, which are free runs that you can use, and you get 1 per VX per day. Once you have your VX bridged and locked in a crew, you can begin going on runs after 1 day. Here I have my VX chosen, and I can select a different crew if I want. But you'll have to approve banana and fuel rods before you begin. So I've already done that, and I'll go ahead and start 1 run. You're gonna have a transaction pop up in MetaMask, and make sure you're connected to Polygon and that you have Matic in your wallet. So once I click confirm, it's going to ask for the Chainlink Oracle, and this is going to pull random results and a random reward for my adventure run. So the transaction has completed and now I'm just waiting for the Chainlink Oracle. Let's go! So as you can see, I just randomly triggered and succeeded at an event, and it's called Recall. So you can go to the CyberKongz docs and you can see under Collect and Special Events that the requirements for these events to succeed are listed here. And for Recall, it required a 1 VX of at least level 3. And my guy's level 20, so it gave me 75 Kongium on top of the 14 that I earned without the event. So I got a total of 89 Kongium. Alright, so I just used my fuel rod, and I have one that I'm gonna have as well very soon. And that got me Kongium, which I can use to commit to the prize pool and then claim banana at the end of the season. So here on the treasure on the bottom left, this treasure chest, you can see that I have 9,000 Kongium. I've been playing for a bit this season, and I can choose to commit all, but I have no choice but to commit all. So if I do, I'll be able to see how much banana I can earn at the end of the season once the 10 days are up. So I acknowledge that all my Kongium will be committed to the pool. I confirm the transaction, and basically my share of the Kongium pool relative to all the Kongium that all the other players have submitted to the pool is my share of the banana pool at the end of the season. Okay, so I just committed 9,000 Kongium. Based on my fraction of the Kongium pool, I would be able to claim 300 banana. But the season doesn't end for another 9 days, and until then, I won't be able to claim any of this banana. People still have a chance to go on more banana runs to add to the banana pool, but there's a good chance that most of these people will also commit their Kongium. So when people go on banana runs, which I'll show you in a second, 50% of this banana goes back into the prize pool, 40% is burned, and then 10% goes into the treasury for the team to use for the future. Now before I go on banana runs, I'm going to finish explaining charms. To show you, I'm going to go switch over to my ledger in MetaMask. And then I'm going to move to mainnet. So here's my baby Kong, and it yields 10 shards a day. So every 10 days, I get 100 shards that I can make into a charm. Right now, it's got 13 pending. That's because I just claimed it yesterday and bridged them over. Now, if I switch over to Polygon, you'll see that I have 50 available to use. Now, once I get around 50 on Ethereum, I'll probably move them over and then make a charm out of it. I'm gonna equip a charm for my runs, and I go ahead and do that with a transaction here. And then I wait for it to be added. So here, I've got my charm added to my crew of just 1 VX, and you can have up to 5 VX in a crew. Now, each charm lasts 50 banana runs or 30 fuel rod runs. And here I'm doing 10, I'm gonna spend 10 banana to go on 25 runs. So now that my transaction is completed, I can go ahead and finish it to see my results. Okay, so I didn't hit any crazy loot, but I did hit an event that gave me 164 Kong yen. Let's try again. Now this is my last set of 25 runs before the charm expires. This number should update and be moved to 0.5. There we go. And then once Chainlink is done fetching a random number for all these runs, it'll let me complete the transaction again. Alright, so I'll complete these transactions with one more. And let's see if I won any good loot. Alright, let's freaking go. I just got a loot capsule. Alright, so what was the event? I hit the Protector, and it got me a common loot capsule, and the version is Embattled, which are the new release of capsules, which are basically full suits of armor for the VX, as opposed to the Genesis collection, which are just shields and weapons. Okay, so let's see the conditions that I succeeded at in order to hit this event. Well, the name of the event was called the Protector, and it looks like actually it was just by random chance that I won this. So anybody without a charm, or even at level 1, could have won this if they got as lucky as I did here. So these new versions of capsules actually cannot be opened until the end of the season in roughly 9 days, but there is a capsule that I do own that I can actually open. And let's go ahead and try that. To do that, I'm gonna need to go over to my ledger. I click on My Kongz, Consumables, and then you see here I have a Genesis loot capsule, 4 shields. Now, I bought this on the secondary market a few days ago, but they were available to win as loot in previous seasons, though they have all been found now. Alright, now let me plug in my ledger, type in my PIN, and confirm this transaction so I can see what weapon I got. Now that I've got my ledger open, I'm gonna click Redeem. And I'm gonna confirm the transaction. So it could be a common, a rare, an epic, or a legendary item. Now, I've been quite unlucky with these. I've gotten a bunch of common items and only a few rare items, but let's see what I get. Okay, I'm ready to open my capsule. I'm gonna click confirm here in MetaMask. I'm gonna roll over to my ledger. I've confirmed the transaction, and now let's see what I've won. Okay, as you can see, I have a lot of these common weapons and common shields, but it ended up being the wooden shield right here, and it's a little unfortunate, but it's an item nonetheless. So my shields and weapons are in my hardware wallet, which is also where my baby is, but my VX are in a separate wallet that is protected by my ledger. Now I can do this through the KongZ Guardian contract. This was made to be sort of a 2-factor authentication so that it could be easier to play and collect without having to click all the buttons on a hardware device. So I'm currently protecting my Play and Collect wallet, which has both of my Kongs in it, and I can unlock at any time. But if I don't want to expose them or I think it's compromised, I can actually emergency transfer them directly back to my ledger in one transaction. And I'm also protecting my friend's VX with my ledger as well. So he trusts me, but I could actually move it to my wallet in one transaction. But of course, I'm not going to do that. Another cool tool that the Kongs have is the marketplace for charms. When you discover charms, you can immediately sell them for banana or buy them through the marketplace. I will buy one cyber fragment, just as an example. Oftentimes you can find a better deal here than you can on OpenSea, for example. So another thing is that while you're playing the game and going on runs, you're able to gain XP, and when you're using banana runs, you get XP from every run. But with fuel rods, you can only get 1 XP every 24 hours. So on the top right here, you can click on the Temple of Rising to see your level for the VX. Mine are both maxed out in XP at level 20, so while they're still earning XP, I can't see what level they are, and I cannot upgrade them anymore. But as you upgrade, it's going to cost XP and Kongium to do this. And the last item on the map is the banana shop. It's currently not out yet. It says it's under construction, but if I had to guess, it would be a way to buy or sell loot capsules using Kongium that you've earned on runs. As you go up in levels, you're going to have to spend more Kongium and XP to level up. And aside from earning more Kongium per run, it can also get you additional utility within CyberKongz. And this includes access to Discord channels like Wall Street Kongz, and also the ability to enter raffles for a chance at winning whitelists. Whitelist vouchers can also be won as loot in Play and Collect, and they allow you to purchase these whitelists with the tickets. And so you can see here, each of them is going to cost 1 ticket, but there have been whitelists that have cost 2 whitelist voucher tickets. And you can see on the Play and Collect collection that whitelist vouchers currently are going for around $50. Here you can see Coco equipped with a legendary shield and a legendary weapon. And here you can see the developer Owl and his VX equipped with a legendary shield and a legendary weapon. These can be found and purchased if listed on the Play and Collect collection. Scroll all the way to the bottom and you'll see some of the epic and legendary items here. This is the tier list of weapons from legendary to epic to rare and then common. And then the same goes for the shields. The 2 legendary, the 3 epic, the 4 rare, and the 5 commons. Now the loot capsule you saw me win today was the common loot capsule for the series and battle. This is not the Genesis capsule that I opened earlier, but I have one of the rare loot capsules for this and 2 of the commons. Now what this will look like is a bit like this. Here's a teaser. This CyberKongz Play and Collect game is a brilliant framework for distributing the assets of the ecosystem to the holders. There's a lot of improvements that are going to be made by the team, and a lot of us have high expectations for what it's going to look like in the future, and I'm very excited to see. Thank you guys for checking out the video. I hope you enjoyed and learned something about Play and Collect. Catch you later. Go CyberKongz!